This video is brought to you by 7Bet, a proper new bookie here in the UK. You get an early payout if your team goes 2 goals ahead, a quick bet builder to customise your bets, odds on players' cards, shots on goal, assists and other stats and acca boosts if you're going big. Easy to use, smooth to navigate. If you're having a go on Chelsea or any other football team, check out 7bet.co.uk. Link is in the description below. Scan the QR code. 18 plus only. Bet responsibly. Be gamble aware. Oh my God! I love your Champions League anthem. I love it. How are we doing, Chargy? Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. We've just beaten Nottingham Forest 1-0 in the Premier League. And forget domestic, we're talking about Europe. Champions League, we've done it.
We're back in the big time, mate. I can't believe it.
I've been seeing the fist pumps all over. I've been seeing them
everywhere, mate. Everywhere. I don't know how we've done it, but we've done it, and yeah, delighted, mate. It feels weird celebrating being back in the Champions League because we're so used to it.
Right,
but
what the fuck is that?
I know. It's like we've not been in it for years and years. But 2 years for us is a long time not to be in it. And do you know what? It weren't the best game today. It really wasn't. But these games are about getting the job done and getting the result. And we actually turned up. We won a big away game. We withstood pressure. We delivered under pressure. And that has to be applauded and that has to be commended. And fair play to the lads, fair play to the manager as well, who has come under a lot of criticism. I said back in January, I didn't think we'd get the job done because we weakened the squad and I didn't think the options we had were good enough. And that turned out to be wrong. And I'm more than happy to hold my hands up and accept that I was wrong on that, you know. That was just my feeling at the time. But we managed to dig deep and get the job done. And I'm absolutely delighted with that. But yeah, look, I mean, I don't really care about the game today. We won. That's all that matters. It wasn't the best performance. You get a scrappy goal or whatever, fine, no problems. Defended well. Tosin and Levi were outstanding at the back today. And yeah, we're back in the Champions League. That's all that matters, bro. That's all that matters.
We did a video in the summer last year, and we did our prediction. What was your prediction? Because I predicted 5th, so we've exceeded what I thought we could do.
I think I said 4th. If not, I said 5th. So
okay, you thought we'd finish?
Yeah. I thought 4th or 5th. I think I might have said 5th. I can't remember. It was one of them two. So we'll wait, and it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I did back us to get Champions League at the start of the season. Changed my mind mid-season because of the shit January window. Yeah. But we clawed it back and we got the job done. I'm absolutely delighted, you know. And it's great for the manager. He's taken a lot of criticism. Some of it justified. Other parts of it not justified. And it's a brilliant way to finish what's been. Well, it's been I don't want to call it an amazing season because it hasn't been amazing, but it's just been, I don't know.
It's been all right.
It's been all right. It's been the most enjoyable season for a while. Well, certainly in the last 2, it's been the most enjoyable. And we've got one more job to do, and we would have achieved what most Chelsea fans would have said was acceptable at the start of the season. We wanted Champions League and we wanted the Conference League. Champions League tick. Pending now Rocklaw for the Conference League.
It's interesting. I'd love to know as well, because obviously when you see people online, especially in the comments, people go, essentially we demand Champions League football, which I think is right for a club like Chelsea. You should be demanding it. But then I see a lot of the celebrations out here, and it makes me think, oh well, even though you're demanding it, you seem almost surprised that we managed to do it. And I can't believe the jubilation. I mean, I can believe it. I'm here, but. I think sometimes everything's about circumstance as well. And I mean, I've been very critical of Maresca. We're going to do a nice long review as well. We've got to do a podcast as well after Poland. Definitely after Poland. When are you flying, by the way?
Tuesday.
Yeah. So we'll definitely do something and we'll review the season then. But I think under the circumstances, we've had a lot of chances. We've bottled them, no doubt in my mind. But the saying I've heard is, what's the saying everyone says? By brick or by stick?
What? By brick or what the
fuck is it? What is it they say?
What?
What's Nina
it's
and
by hook or by crook. By brick or by stick? Are you? Someone needs to clip that bit. By brick or by stick?
I can't remember. I couldn't remember the saying.
Yeah, by hook or by. By brick or by. Mate, have you ever heard anyone say by brick or by stick? Yeah, no, we did it. We found a way, mate. We found a way, and obviously, ultimately, with the way that the other results went, Newcastle lost and Villa lost. It ultimately didn't actually matter in the end what we did. But we weren't to know that, so we turned up, we did our job, and yeah, we know we did it the hard way, needing to get a result on the final day. We could have made it easier for ourselves, but it makes it that much more better when you do it and you get the job done. You know, we haven't had many scenes of jubilation. I know it might only be Champions League football or whatever, but that's so important for us, because not only is it important for the group, for the manager, it's massive for our transfer window now, because that could potentially change, and it's massive for us on a financial implication as well. And a club like Chelsea has to be playing Champions League football. It's as simple as that. If you want to sign the top players and get to the table with these top players, you have to offer that as a bare minimum. And now we're offering it. So I'm not saying the transfer policy is going to drastically change, but we've got a bigger opportunity now. We can get to the table with some of these players potentially, and we can offer that Champions League. I'm not saying we're going to get them, but at least we can draw up a chair at the table, and that's all you can ask for. Whether we are going to draw that seat up remains to be seen. But yeah, I mean, it's great to see. Obviously Maresca getting applauded at full time. The scenes at full time were amazing. Bowley on the pitch, looking a bit emotional. And do you know what? Like, he gets a bit of a bad rap, but he cares a lot more than I think Egbali does. He's a lot more likeable in my opinion, and people need to remember as well, by the way, like he's minority. He's like what, 20%, maybe not even that.
His consortium owns 38%.
Yeah, but him personally is like, I think maybe 15 or 20, and then the rest is whatever. Yeah. So like, but he's not involved in the day-to-day running, but like that meant a lot to him. You see him, I don't know if you stayed for the full-time scenes, but
I stayed for most of it. I didn't see the bit with
he was getting emotional with Reece James on the pitch and stuff, and I think he does care, and it's been a turbulent few years with these owners in, fans not happy because things have not been good. I just hope that this now can be the start of us working our way back up and repairing that sort of fractured kind of relationship between fan base and ownership, and between building a bond between manager and fans and players and fans. This group is so likeable. I know they frustrate us, and I know sometimes they're shit and they don't turn up and they fold under the pressure, but I can't remember a more likeable group of players for a long time at this football club.
I mean, we've had very little to shout about under Clearlake, and we've got Champions League. Now we have our chance to win the first trophy as well, and that you would hope, because you look at what we've done, how do you progress on from that next season? The only solution in terms of league form is to challenge for the title.
Yeah, but again, that's going to depend on the business we do in the summer, ultimately. If we win the Conference League, then next year you're looking at, let's be real, we're not going to win the Champions League next year. Let's just say it how it is. Very, very unlikely. So I think next year you're looking at, okay, what is progress? Finishing maybe top, we finished 4th this year, maybe top 3 finish. And I think you have to win a domestic cup. We haven't won a domestic cup since 2018 FA Cup, I think, under Conte. And we've lost our last, 5 or 6 domestic finals. I think next year you've got to try and challenge, get a top 3 finish, and then you've got to land a domestic cup. I think that has to be the next step of the progress.
And what does Maresca need in order to fulfil that? Because we can't sit here and act like he was backed in January. He wasn't. He had players taken away from him instead of adding to the squad. What is it that he needs? We know we need a striker. There's talks about a winger and a centre-back. Yeah. Do we need to add more than just 3 players?
No. Well, those are the 3 key areas. We need 3 quality players in those positions, and we need players that go into the first team. We don't need any more squad players, no more project players. Get me 3 top quality players in those positions, and then get whatever project players you want. Okay, but those 3. And if they decide to sell Petrovic, we need a new goalkeeper. But definitely a striker, a winger, and a centre-back. That's what we need. And of the required quality as well. And then maybe we can have conversations about potentially challenging next season. But let's just enjoy this for what it is. Last dance in Poland. And hopefully we can end on a high. Oh, actually, we've got a fucking Club World Cup as well.
Are you going to America?
No, I'm not.
Oh, mate.
If you want to pay for me, I'll go.
Hey, I think there's a few spares going around. But...
Yeah, a few spares, mate. But you just got to pay like a grand to get out there. Yeah, any spares for the Club World Cup? You've got to fucking pay loads to get out there. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. I want to ask you 2 more things.
Yeah.
Do you think this changes the perception on the recruitment as well? Now that we've actually achieved Champions League?
I don't know, because. No, I don't think so necessarily. I don't think this proves that the recruitment model is right and everything. I still think it needs a few tweaks, because if this squad going into the Champions League like this, or with 3 more project players added to it, I would worry for us. We're in the big time now. You have to add that quality. If getting in the Champions League doesn't make you slightly change the recruitment and bring top quality players in, then it's going to be very, very difficult to move forward in that competition.
And then your predictions for Wednesday as well.
Shit. I think it's going to be a tough game, by the way. I think it's going to be a really tough game. I'll go 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. Big up to you, Charlie. Thanks so much, mate. I look forward to seeing you in Poland.
See you in Poland, bro.
Come on.